Paul, really disappointing result after such a good performance on Friday.
Yeah, we weren't able to follow it up, particularly first half. We were so far off it first half in terms of, probably in terms of the work ethic, and certainly in terms of the technical stuff, in terms of the passing the ball to each other. Lack of communication, the amount of times we've left the ball for each other and in the end left it for a Lincoln player. Too many times we gave the ball away cheaply when you just have to keep possession. And their first goal comes from that. We have an opportunity where we can keep it, we misplace a pass and then they slide a ball through. And that's the first goal. I'll give the boys credit. The second half, we started front foot. We asked them to go and play forward and run forward and be positive, and we get ourselves a corner straight away. We have opportunities, probably 2 or 3 half, 3/4 chances, whatever. The second goal's a calamity. You can't, again, a lack of communication where we strike a ball against one of our own players and then they go through. And it knocked the stuffing out of us. We got ourselves a goal back. The third goal's a quality finish from Bishop's quality, the quality that they've got. But I think you saw the difference in the two sides there. They're a team who are playing with a massive amount of confidence, playing with some real momentum, and we're a team who's not. And that was really evident in the game today, and we've ended up getting a beating, and over the course of the 90-odd minutes, we deserved it.
That lack of communication must be really frustrating because it's a really simple thing.
Whether the basics of football, I always say this, that nobody can stop you from running and nobody can stop you from talking. They can affect you in terms of the other bits of football, but they're the basics, and that has to come from within. That's not a coaching point. That's got to come from within, and when you're missing that, there's a big problem. We've got issues, obviously. But I just don't think we've worked hard enough in the first half. We've had a little bit of life in the second half. I thought we looked a stronger side when Georgie Kelly came onto the pitch, and he gave us a real focal point and something for Luke Armstrong to work around. When I brought him on, I changed it in the hope that we'd have the wide players with Jordan Gibson being able to get crosses in the box for us and Jack Robinson being able to get crosses in the box. And we did that, but we still weren't getting that finish at the end of it. So it was hugely disappointing after the performance that we had at Peterborough and the result that we had at Peterborough, to then drop down to the level particularly that we did first half, and then the second goals obviously killed us as well.
What kind of things did you say at half time? Because we did start the second half really well.
Well, I said to them, let's go and play forward and run forward. Too many times it was all nicey and play backwards and play square and nobody running past. We're playing with Dan Butterworth in that 10 position to try and get closer to Luke Armstrong, and he's wanting to drop deeper and deeper and get on the ball. So we just asked him to go and play forward and run forward and get crosses into the box. And as I say, I thought we started that second half brightly. Probably should have done a bit better with a couple of the opportunities that we've got, and then the second goal has just absolutely killed not only the players, but it's killed the enthusiasm in the fans as well, and it's took the game away from us.
Half an hour for Georgie, good to get him some minutes.
Yeah, without a doubt. We considered changing it at half time, but I said to the players, I'm going to give it 10-15 minutes and see if we can get a change, see if we can do something different. And it was a little bit different, but not enough to get us back in the game. So it was a case of just trying to do something to see if we could get back in. We get ourselves a goal back, and then we huffed and puffed, but didn't have the quality. And then, as I say, that third goal's the finishing touches for them.
Dylan and Taylor both missed out with injuries. What can you tell us about those?
Yeah, not great news. Taylor he just felt his hamstring. We hoped we'd got him off in time, but it's a mild strain there, but it's a 4-week injury. So possibly finished for the season, maybe getting back for Derby if he has a good rehab, but because of his history with hamstrings, it's a little bit likely that he's not going to be playing again this season. And Dylan, he came off. He was getting cramp. He'd got a kick on his calf. He'd rolled his ankle. The ankle settled. His cramp had settled, and we thought the kick on the calf was going to be okay. He started to train yesterday, and he just said, "No, it feels like there's something else in there." So we're going to get that scan tomorrow and see what the extent of that is. So that's really disappointing for Dylan, because I think he'd settled into the side and he was giving us that decent base in midfield. So we're just got to wait and see what happens with that.
Did everyone else come through today okay?
I don't know at the moment, to be honest with you. I didn't even ask. I didn't make any changes because of injury. I took them off to try and affect the game because I didn't think they were affecting the game enough. So we'll wait and see.
Last one, 5 games to go. Want to go down fighting more than that?
Well, we've got to, particularly first half, we have to show more fight than we did first half, without a doubt. We have to have a group of players who can show that they want to be a professional footballer and do the basics of being a professional footballer, which is doing things properly in terms of working hard out on the grass. Not always going to have good games. We're not always going to do everything right, but you really have to show a desire, and I don't think we showed that desire first half.